As we approach the new year, several states are implementing new gun laws aimed at addressing ongoing concerns about gun violence in the United States. While the overall rate of violent crime has dropped since the pandemic, gun violence, including mass shootings, continues to pose a significant problem. In 2024 alone, nearly 500 mass shootings were recorded, and the deadliest occurred in a Chicago suburb, where 8 people lost their lives. Despite efforts at the federal level, including President Joe Biden's commitment to passing stronger gun safety legislation, it's clear that gun violence remains a pressing issue. So, what are states doing to combat this problem? Let's take a closer look at the new gun laws rolling out on January 1st, 2025, and what they mean for you. California, land of sun, surf, and some of the strictest gun laws in the nation. And guess what? They're not getting any looser. AB 1483 aims to shut down private party transactions sneaking past the rules. It's tangled up in court challenges but expected to be enforced with enthusiasm. AB 1598 requires firearm dealers to hand over a pamphlet outlining gun ownership risks. Think of it as a specific version of cigarette warning labels. AB 2917 expands gun violence restraining orders to include hate speech and threats. It's like a timeout for being terrible, but you miss out on owning a deadly weapon. So there you have it, California's contribution to the ever-evolving world of gun laws. It's a mixed bag of closing loopholes, providing advice, and telling hate speech enthusiasts to put down the firearms. Next, we travel to the majestic Rocky Mountains of Colorado, where the air is thin, the views are breathtaking, and they take gun safety seriously. Colorado's all about secure storage, especially in your vehicle. If you've got a handgun in your car, it needs to be tucked away in a locked, hard-sided container hidden from view. But that's not all. Colorado's also beefing up their concealed carry requirements. Starting later in 2025, if you want to carry a concealed weapon, get ready for 8 hours of mandatory training. You'll also need to pass a written exam and a live fire exercise. And if you've been convicted of certain misdemeanors in the past 5 years, say goodbye to your concealed carry dreams. So, while Colorado might be known for its stunning natural beauty, it seems they're equally committed to promoting responsible gun ownership. Whether it's locking up your firearms, undergoing extensive training, or keeping a clean criminal record, Colorado wants you to think twice before you pack heat. Next up, we head to the Granite State, where the motto is "Live, Free, or Die," and that extends to your right to keep and bear arms. New Hampshire's been busy passing a couple of bills that have gun rights advocates doing the wave and gun control advocates shaking their heads. First up, we have HB 1186, which prevents towns or cities from enacting their own gun regulations. New Hampshire's also decided to wade into workplace gun policies with HB 1336, prohibiting employers from banning employees from storing firearms in their locked vehicles while at work. These two bills are all part of New Hampshire's ongoing effort to make sure gun rights remain front and center. Whether you agree with their approach or not, you have to admire their commitment to upholding their state motto. Hold on to your horses, folks, because we're about to gallop into Kentucky, where the bluegrass is always bluer and the gun laws are, well, let's just say they're something else. Kentucky's decided to join the fight against the evils of credit card companies? That's right, you heard me correctly. They've gone and passed a law banning the use of what they call merchant category codes for gun store transactions. Now I know what you're thinking. Merchant category codes? Sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry. But for our friends in Kentucky, this is serious business. They see this as a matter of protecting the privacy of gun owners by preventing credit card companies from tracking their every purchase. So there you have it, Kentucky fighting the good fight against data. It's a bold strategy for sure. Whether it's effective or not remains to be seen, but at least they're giving us something to talk about besides bourbon and horse racing. Maybe Kentucky's onto something here. Next, we find ourselves in Minnesota, where the air is crisp, the walleye are biting, and they're not too fond of binary triggers. Starting January 1st, Minnesota's banning these devices. A binary trigger allows a firearm to discharge twice. Proponents argue they increase accidental shootings and make it easier to fire many rounds quickly. Not everyone's thrilled about the ban. Gun rights advocates see it as an infringement. Minnesota's decision reflects the times. As mass shootings continue, lawmakers are pressured to act. Minnesota takes a stand against binary triggers, hoping for the best. Hold on to your tricorner hats, folks, because we're headed to the first state, Delaware, where they're not messing around when it comes to keeping guns out of schools. Starting January 1st, Delaware's expanding its safe school zone to include, wait for it, university campuses. That's right, if you're caught with a firearm on a college campus in Delaware, you could be facing a felony charge. Delaware's decision to expand its safe school zone is a reflection of the growing concern over gun violence on college campuses. So there you have it. Delaware, sending a clear message that firearms and higher education don't mix. It's a bold move, but one that's sure to be welcomed by parents, educators, and anyone who's ever witnessed the chaos that can ensue when you combine college students with alcohol, hormones, and easy access to firearms. Maybe it's best to leave the firearms at home. Education is the key to success, but firearms are definitely not allowed on the keychain. Finally, we arrive in the concrete jungle of New York, where the pizza is foldable, the traffic is unbearable, and they're getting serious about gun safety. Starting January 7, 2025, New York's gun dealers will be required to post warning signs about the risks of gun ownership. But wait, there's more. New York's also implementing a statewide registry for extreme risk protection orders. If you're deemed a risk to yourself or others, you could find yourself temporarily banned from owning a firearm. New York's new gun laws are a clear indication that the state is taking gun violence seriously. So, while these new measures might not single-handedly solve the problem of gun violence, they're a step in the right direction. So, there you have it, New York trying to keep its citizens safe, one warning sign and extreme risk protection order at a time. And hey, at least they're not trying to ban pizza, right? As we enter 2025, these new laws are just the beginning of an ongoing conversation about how best to address gun violence and protect gun rights. Whether you agree or disagree with these measures, it's clear that the issue is complex and will continue to shape the political landscape for years to come. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on gun laws and other important issues. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.